guys, welcome back to the channel. We're about to start turn 4 and it's going to get ugly in a lot of ways. Well, I'm going to try to engage in these buildings in close combat. Not quite sure I've got it figured out. I'm sure I'm going to make a mistake here, but we're going to give it a shot. I did get this sheet downloaded. I took it, got it printed and laminated. So as I go along, I'm going to take a marker and I'm going to mark off each of these so I don't forget any of the phases. Okay, so German's turn, rally phase. We have one unit here with a +4, needs to roll a 7. So it needs to roll a 1, 2, or 3. And rolled a 5. So I guess I just stay there. Nobody else. Okay, so that's rally phase for the Germans. Now we go to prep fire phase. Now what I'm going to end up doing here is on my movement phase, I'm going to bring in up here my reinforcements, and I'm just going to have them charge down here and try to get into building N6. Okay, so there's no fire there, obviously no fire there. Over here I'm going to move and try to assault that building, and then these guys are going to move up. So I'm not going to do any prep fire phase, so we're done with that. We're going to go into the movement phase. I think I'll start with these units up here. Now, it was suggested to me that I move them one at a time, but I'm not worried about strategy yet. Okay, so I'm just going to move them, even if it's not efficient, and for sake of speed here, because I really want to get into moving, assault moving, and close combat, so I can kind of at least go through it once and then go back and read the rules and see where I've made a mistake. So on this movement, with these reinforcements, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6 into the building. So when they get to this location, they will now fire. Okay? And they might gun them down. If they do, they do. I ain't gonna worry about it. I got to learn what works and what doesn't work. It seems obvious running straight at a bunch of guys in a building with guns is not a good idea. Could I do it from over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess I could, huh? So let's just do that. And if I come in from here, they don't have line of sight on me. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they don't get shot until they get to here, which I would imagine they would, because there's no line of sight. Although maybe through that building these guys can get a shot. Let's just take a quick check. Now this is pretty thick, but yeah, they do. Okay. So at this point, they're still exhausted. So I assume that's a -1. They get no modifier from their leader. So they're not assault moving. They're in the open. So that's a -2 on the dice roll. They're at 14 on their strength, which is on the 12. And I rolled a 12. Again, I don't know if that has any effect. -2 is 10. 10 on the 12. It's a pin check, right? PTC. Let's double check what that says here. Each unit must attempt to pass a pin task check by making a dice roll equal to the morale level. Okay, so morale level 9. 6, they pass. 8's with a -1. 4 passes. 8 minus 1 is 7, they pass. Okay, so they now get into this building. I measured from here, but I think that one still would have had it, but we're not going back now. And then this unit will now fire. It's doubled, right? Because they're next door. Well, they're close range, close range. They were moving, but they're not in the open. It's not an assault. They're not in the open. So I think it's -1. They're at 14. It's -1 plus 3, so it's +2. They're at 14. Doubled for point blank. So that 14 becomes 28. That's the first time I've been this high on the charts. There's a 24. So something bad's going to happen here. Now this is where, because their movement with this leader is 8, right? And my understanding is they could possibly close combat next, whatever they survive here. So this is what I don't know what this is, defensive fire phase. So this is where it gets confusing to me. Did they get to fire twice? Because they had no shot until they got to this square. So now they're firing, which would be their defensive fire. Okay, so it's defensive fire phase. But then there's a final fire, which, where the hell is final fire? I don't even see it on this chart. It's probably here somewhere. Okay, so let's just do it. Let's just move forward. I'm not going to waste a lot of time. I can go back and read this. So, like I said, that's 28 plus 2 on the dice roll. So it's on the 24 chart column. I rolled a 6 plus 2 is 8. That's morale check plus 2. Okay. So we'll start with corporal or captain. I can't read the 3. No problem. That's 5. Plus 1 is 6. A net plus 1. 7, net plus 1 is 8. So looks like they successfully get into there with 6. We had a first fire, and we had a first fire here. Okay. No line of sight, no line of sight. Again, I think movement-wise, I did not double time. 6. So they're done moving. And I guess they're going to get to fire next, but they won't be able to get into close combat till next turn. Okay. I think that's done. Now this unit, part of me wants to run over here and attack, but well, let's do this one first, and then we'll see what we've got left. Okay, so 2, 3, now they get to fire, and then I'll have plenty to attack them next turn. So they're at 10, at 20, minus 2. Again, I'm not sure how this assault move works, but that's fine. If I don't get it right this turn, I don't get it right. I'll go back, like I said, I'll go back and reread and try to find some other examples of movement. Okay, so what I said it was 10 doubled is 20 with a -2. So 20 minus 2, I rolled a 7, so that's a 5. On the 20 is 4 morale check. They're all 7s. Everybody's a 7. So I've got to roll 3s. Okay. Not good. Not good. Nope. Nope. So that's not good. Sucks to be them. It's almost like I should have moved into here. Huh. At least I would have +3. So boom, boom. That's okay. This is how we learn. This is how we learn. Okay. First fire. That did not go well for them. Now these guys can go 1, 2, 3, 4. And they can shoot. And 5, 6. Or I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, take a ton of fire, and then also assault next turn. But I'm actually in one of my, at this point, I'm now actually in the building in 6. No, in 3 and 4. M5. No, hold on. That's not where I need to be to win. N5, N6. These two. So I'm now actually in a position to where I hold one of the buildings I need to hold. So what am I going to do here? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can fire, right? Plus they still get to fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think they're going to fire, they're going to fire, and they're going to fire. I believe that's what they get. And I think they can also fire. So it looks like all 4 of these units get to fire. They're going to be at half strength, at least these will. So let's start here. See if I get this right. So they're at 10. Okay. It goes through that hex. So let me talk this out. Modifiers. Non-assault, but they're not in the open, so -1. But going through the orchard is going to be a +1, so that negates it. And then it's +3 for being in the stone building. 1, 2, and they're within range. Okay, so they're 10, cut in half is 5. So we're going to roll on the 4th chart at -3, +3. So that's 10, no effect. Okay, this unit now is 21. They don't have that negative or that plus modifier. So they get the -1 +3, so it's a +2. And they're 7. They're at 21. I'm not sure if the leader's modifier comes into the dice roll. I want to say somebody told me that it did. Leader direction. So I'm assuming that's what that -1 means. Okay. So they're at -2 +3, so that's +1. The 21 halved is going to be on the 10, or 10 and a half, but it's going to be on the 8 column. I roll an 8. That's probably too high with the -2 +3. So that's a 9 on the 8. It's a pin task check. Basically, it's just morale checks. Start with the leader. With a 9. He passed. So 8. So this one is pinned. That one's fine. And the last one is fine. So one of them is pinned. And what does pin do? It says no move, no advanced. I don't know if I can fire, but okay, so pinned. And that's that unit firing. Okay, it's not prep fire. I'll put the prep fire on, even though it wasn't prep fire, until I get another token or counter. Okay. I'm assuming they can fire, even though they've got a unit next to them. So that's 14, which is 7, which is going to be in the 6 column. And they have a -1, a -2, +1 to fire on them on the, what did I say it was? 14, well, 7, 6 column, +1. 8 is a normal morale check. Okay, start with the leader. Leader fails. Another fail. Okay. Wow, another fail. And then the pinned unit. It's a 7. So I think they're good, but these are not. I'll put them right next to each other. Okay. Now this unit, let's see if he's going to have a shot. I'm going to say no. Okay. Okay. So I think that's all the defensive fire. So now they can do nothing. That's right. They have no more. They get to fire. So point blank is double, but they're at half, so they're going to be at normal, which is 10. With a -1, +3, so it's a +2. On the 8 column, +2. It's a 10. No effect. Oh, that was poo-poo caca. Now I do want to assault, so if I fired and I wasn't supposed to, then we'll just pretend they didn't fire. Okay. So I think all of that gets me through my movement phase, my defensive fire phase, and now we're going to go to the advancing fire phase, which is what I just did. So routing. Who's going to route? They're in a building. I don't think they route. They're still hiding there in the building. This unit needs to route. So I think they just move back to here. Okay, I think that's the routing phase. Now the advance phase. Okay, so it says, a good order, unpinned infantry unit, 1 hex, including into enemy occupied hex. It says the attacker by hex may move. It says it may move into enemy occupied hexes. So there it doesn't say. What does it say in the rule book? If I still have to have movement factor, which makes sense that I should. So I don't have any movement factor left, so I don't think I can actually do that this turn. So that would be the advanced phase, and then there's no close combat, and then we flip. Okay, so now it's going to go to the Americans' turn. Okay, so we get rid of all of these fire markers. So I'll put that there. They're not going to see X move. They don't need to do anything. This unit is pretty screwed. They're just sit back. They're defending, right? There's a unit pinned. There's no danger. The Germans offer really nothing other than this right here, which needs to be taken back. So I think if I just wait to my normal fire phase, I can fire on them. Part of me wants to charge them just to learn the rules, but I mean, they're routed, so they'll probably run away. But, okay. So let's figure this move out over here first. So, 2, 4, and they will be able to attack. So they're going to get their defensive fire phase, right? So they're going to be point blank. So the 10 becomes 20. They're at -1 for the leader. -1 because that wasn't an assault move. So they're at -2. They're in a stone building. So now they're at +1. So they're going to be rolling on the 20 at -1. Okay. And that is, excuse me, a +1. So that is 9, which is 1 morale check. Okay. So leader first at 8. Fails. 6 passes. The next one fails. So I've got 2. And this unit's going to just fire. That's the movement phase. Okay, so that's gone. Okay, let's bring on these guys. They're going to come on down the road right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, and then 1 additional. Oh, we're gonna. I don't know if they get to shoot at them or not. I didn't put a first fire on them. Okay. Again, since I don't know cause and effect, my strategies are going to be really bad. So I'm not going to even, I don't want to worry about it. So up the road, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Full movement on the road gets me to 9, which I think they get their defensive fire at half, right? Because I've already fired once. So that's 10. It's 5 with a -3. So the 4 column with a -3. And that's a 6. 6 on the 4 column is a normal morale check. Okay. Leader passes, and 7 -2 passes, 8 -2 passes. So they are there. These 2 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they can move 1 more on the road. Okay. I'm going to move there. And so of course I didn't do the rally phase for the Americans, but there wasn't a need at the time. Okay. See, I'm not sure if I could prep fire, or should have prep fired there. Since I'm not going to move, I probably should have. So I'm going to go ahead and take that shot now. So that's a 10 plus 3 on a 10. Roll a 5. That's an 8. On the 8 column is a normal morale check. All at +4. So they've got to roll 3s now. So okay. So I don't know what a casualty reduction, oh, I roll over here. Oh, so they get a wound marker? Oh, that's a single man counter. Okay, so, yeah, let's check the leader first. Rolls an 8. So, no, he fails. So now he's going to roll casualty reduction. Rolled a 5, eliminated. Okay. Oh, corporal's gone. Okay, this unit rolls a 10. So what happens here? It says each unit must attempt to pass a normal morale check, make a dice roll equal to the morale level. Yeah, the best. Units that fail are broken and inverted. A unit that rolls, okay, an already broken unit that fails a morale check suffers casualty reduction. So I guess I roll here. Casualty reduction. A 6, they're eliminated. Casualty reduction 5, they're eliminated. Casualty reduction 5. They're eliminated. Okay. Done deal. Now, pretty much if this gets wiped out, the game's over. I don't need to play turn 5. I'll go review the rules and set up another scenario. But let's get this resolved first. Okay. So this unit is now going to fire. Because these are all, I don't know about the pinned ones. I still got a little work here to do. Okay. That was the prep fire. I've done the movement. Done defensive fire. Advancing fire phase. Okay. But that's at half, so I would have done this firing during the prep fire phase, right? That's the thing that gets me, because that's at full strength on the prep fire phase, and on the advancing it's not. So I don't want to wait. Again, I could totally have this wrong. So we're going to go back, fire that under the prep fire phase, which is 14, which is 28, because they're close, with a -1 +3, so a +2 modifier on the 21, which is actually the 20. So that is a 7. And that's a morale check +2. Okay. So, oh, great. The leader is a 9 +2, so they did not. Oh, great. I don't even remember where they were. Okay, yeah, they were there. Okay, 8 +2. Yep. 7 +2. Okay. So they are no longer in good order. Next turn would be turn 5 if nothing else happened, and they don't pass the morale check, game over. Okay. That got ugly real quick for the Germans. Now, I think I can go into close combat, but don't they have to route? So this part of the routing I don't understand. I think they're just going to get eliminated, right? Because where are they going to route to? They're covered everywhere. Okay, let's read the routing. Let's not blow through it, but I don't think they can route to anywhere. Yeah, I'm going to have a pinned unit, and I'm going to, yeah, it's game over. But let's go through the route. Okay. Only units in open ground or good order within normal range. Yeah, I totally don't understand this. Let's go to the rule book. Okay. I get 6 movement factor. Must route if adjacent to an unbroken enemy unit. Must route. Must route from its starting hex through a hex. Must route from its starting hex if a hypothetical unit routing through that hex would be subject to interdiction. May route only under a DM counter. They're under DM. So I have to move not closer to a known enemy unit. Okay, interdiction can occur if routing in open ground, normal range, and unhindered line of sight of enemy without using low crawl. So, if I low crawl to there, I'm still within 1 hex. I still have to route, at which point I don't think I can route. It says units that must route but cannot are eliminated. Okay. Low crawl is a route of 1 hex consistent with all the above rules that protects against interdiction. I don't think I can route to here. And if I'm in the open, I'm going to route off the board to this building here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I can do 6. And they can be seen, but I cannot route there and I can't route there. So the only place I can go is here. So if anything, I route all the way back to there. So assuming I'm not eliminated, I'm going to route back to there. That's the route, advance phase. Nobody's going to advance. There's no close combat, and that's the end of the turn 4. I'm going to review this video and go through the rules and see what I may have screwed up. I'm pretty sure I messed something up here. Anyway, guys, I hit 100 subscribers today. Pretty excited, so thank each and every one of you. That's totally awesome, and I appreciate the fact that you guys take time to watch the videos and give me some useful feedback. So I'm excited about the progress and looking forward to getting a lot more ALS product and really dive deep into this game. I'm digging this so far. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.